Will there be a callback? That's today's question. Hi, I'm Sunny, and I have 4 piles you may choose from. From left to right, I have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. So remember to keep in mind that this is going to be a yes or no format. And also, I'm not really specifying whether it should be like a no contact or contact kind of reading, but I'll leave that to your discretion. But I do think there should be some sort of communication, to be realistic. Because sometimes if it's like years and years of no communication and then you're like, are they going to contact me? Well, let's be honest, like realistically, that's highly no. So just letting you know about that. So I will start with pile number 1 now. So pile 1, you guys have a no. This is the 8 of Swords reversed. So for this pile, the reason why it's going to be a no is because I think that they're already over their mental stress, their mental stress and anguish. I think they've decided to walk. I just think they've decided to walk away. I don't think being in close contact with you or just in communication with you or just getting to know you or just maybe they have blocked you from, not blocked you like I never want to see this person, I'm going to block them from all my social media. It could be, but I think it's more so that, sorry, but what did I sneeze? Okay, sorry, I wanted to sneeze. I don't want to sneeze when I was talking. The reason that I say they could have blocked you in the sense where they're the person that, look, if I'm gonna see them at work, I'm gonna go ahead and just, wait, either come in earlier or leave later, so that I don't like meet with this person. Or if you guys have common friends, they purposely avoid common like parties and stuff like that. Or if you guys have common contact, social media could be another one. Even it could be, they might not have necessarily blocked you, but they might restrict the time they're on social media that they could see, right? Like example, if they're on Facebook and they decide to still be friends with you and not necessarily block you, they will possibly just restrict the posts that they see from you, stuff like that. Or they might just choose to not be notified of your posts or stuff like that. I know there's notifications that it's like, did you know this person posted after such long? Yeah, I get it, I don't care. I don't have a Facebook, it's been so many years, but I do remember those annoying notifications, and it's always like, this person's back on so and so, and I'm like, okay. I don't care, let the person be, let them post. That could be some things like that. So do keep in mind that with this pile, I think that maybe they purposely walked away because they don't want to be overthinking about it, or maybe they just got a lot of anxiety thinking about you, or just being in contact with you because you guys were always like on edge, where it was like hot and cold kind of conversations where you could have been fine communicating, and then the next thing it was like too much. It was like overstimulation of thoughts. So that's what I have for you. This is why it's a no. So next is pile number 2. You guys have the Emperor reversed, so this is a no. So let me take a sip of water before I continue. Okay, so for this pile, I think that the reason why it's a no is that I think you're gearing more towards a female, like a very strong female, like maybe it's a strong fire sign female. But I just think that the communication I can never say words sometimes correctly. The communication between you both might have not been great. I think that you guys left with things that you wanted to say. Like I think that you kept that passive, like there was this passive aggressiveness with you both. So let's say like the last conversations that you had with this person, even if it's like it doesn't have to be like a lover, it could be like a friendship, right? So imagine like the last words you exchanged were not very nice, right? They meant to like maybe say things a little bit less harshly, or it feels like it's bottled up. I think that you might have wanted to speak more, or like vent it out, or like release all those tensions and like let it out, or maybe just cuss each other out and then like let it go, but you didn't. It just feels like both parties were left with like a sour taste in that way, where you guys wanted to be confrontational. You wanted to be addressing stuff and getting it out of your chest and being more like in your face, but it didn't happen. So I do think that this person is now in a space where they're a lot softer and like a lot softer in their energy, where they don't really want to be so aggressive, or they don't want to have conflict. They want to be a little bit more of a pacifist, and I feel it's not the moment to be communicating with each other. That's why I feel that for this pal, it's best to just not stir the pot. That was like it was an issue before, but I think you both quickly moved on, and you didn't not that you don't have resentment, it's just that you don't focus too much on it because you have other things in mind. It's like a short-term issue that you guys just let go, and like you just decided to do your own thing. And that's why I feel that the communication is possibly best to just leave it alone for this pile, because I do think maybe even you are actually like wondering if it's best to address it, and this is just a no, like leave it alone, it's fine. This person just wants to keep the peace and not stir the pot and not get so angry and aggressive like they might have had that issue before, but not so much right now. So I don't think it's like something they wish to revisit. They don't want to revisit that anger or whatever made them angry. Maybe it was like a certain issue that you guys both were stubborn about and wanted to stick it through, but this is no. They will not call back. Next is pile 3. You guys have the Knight of Cups reversed, so this is a no for you. So they will not contact you, pile number 3, because I feel like you maybe turned away a love confession, or you possibly turned away their feelings. So like, let's say if it was a friend that's more on the sensitive side, like an emotional friend, right? So maybe you just got fed up with like always constantly hearing them, like not necessarily like them crying, but sometimes like, oh, like I met this person, and you don't want to hear them like constant, because like they think of the world of this person, but they move on to the next person and then the next person, and they're like, it's like they give the illusion that they're gonna be the person they move on to next is always better, or not better, but they're always great. It's like this illusion, Neptunian energy of like, they're amazing, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, you say that, but you don't mean it that deeply, because the next week or the following few weeks, you're gonna get over this person, and then you're gonna be like looking at somebody else, and then you're gonna make your world around them and stuff like that. So it could be like that, where you just were annoyed at the fact that their emotions were kind of the reason why you guys fell out, or undisclosed emotions, or the fact that you turned them away because they were interested in you romantically, or vice versa, and they walked away, right? So this is a no. They will not call back. I think they're focusing on themselves. Either they're sharing their cup with somebody else, or they're actually focusing on self-love journey. Not so much like them. It's possibly maybe their transits right now that they're focusing on that way, where they just don't want to focus on you anymore because it's like a dead end, and they decided to kind of, reroute their confessions, right? Or reroute that love, and they're focusing on their own creativity too. I think that maybe they channeled that through a different avenue. So like, example, in a healthier avenue, they could have decided to, have a little glow up on their own, and go a little bit like a shopping spree or something, and they decided to, feel better about themselves by dressing more to what feels normal to them. Not normal, but what feels more like alike to them. So that's one way you can see it, but do keep in mind that they're not going to call back, okay? So this is a no for them, and possibly even a no for you. I don't think necessary. I think you just want the confirmation because you're being nosy of like, oh, is this person still interested? Like, no, they're not. Well, no. Yeah, you know what? No. Not that there's possibilities, but I just think that you both have moved on, and you're just wondering whatever happened to this person, or if they're ever going to call back for whatever other reason. This is a no. Or even if it's a friendship, this is a no. I think they're focused on themselves, and not very in a giving mood to like care for other people, or like care about you specifically. So thank you, pile 3. Next, pile number 4, last but not least, you guys have a no. This is the 2 of Wands reversed. So they will not call back, whoever you're thinking about, because they're focused on other things. I don't know why I wanted to say teens. I wanted to say things. But for this pile, they're focused on, I think, their mind. I think their energy. Maybe they're a little bit low on energy on this pile. Not necessarily weak. It's just maybe they're are they holding back? Are they kind of stepping back from something they used to do? But yeah, no, this pile for sure is a no. And I started seeing a pattern. I'm not gonna say what pattern it is, but I just realized there's a pattern now that I see all the piles together. But yeah, I don't think this person's interested in speaking because either the previous conversations were not great. I think maybe you guys maybe were a couple before, and you're wondering if it's good to look back. Don't look back. Don't. It's not going to change. And even for this person, I think they'd expect the same outcome and they'd be disappointed. So for this pile, I think that you guys might have been a very tumultuous kind of relationship or like connection with friendships or coworkers, and you just like butted heads, right? So I do think that's the energy here. And now it's kind of like dissipated. I don't think you guys are so gung-ho about, you know, being petty or argumentative. I think you just kind of like, it's not that you're above that, because I do feel there's like this pettiness here. I just feel that you guys are not willing to like back off. Like you're very stubborn about your who was right before whatever, and I think that you guys wouldn't be open to, I guess, opening opening that avenue. Sorry, my throat is getting all scratchy. Opening that. Let me just take some. Sorry, I keep moving the camera. Let me just take some water. I think that's a little bit better. I just think this pile is trying to be above that, but you struggle to be above that when you're in contact with this person. So whether it's someone that you were interested, I don't think it's necessarily like a super romantic connection. I think it was very like, if it was a romantic connection, it was a kind of connection that was very connected because of anger, right? Your similar personalities, and that's what clicked, but not necessarily like the softer stuff, right? I just think that you guys have very is it tempestuous kind of personalities, I guess is the best way of saying it. But yeah, very fiery, confrontational maybe, but I just don't think that you guys would be good calling back at each other and like hitting each other up just to open up conversation. I think this person is trying to not move on, but be more mature, even though they're not exactly mature. I just think there's pettiness here. I don't know why I keep thinking there's like this petty vibes from you guys, just trying to make the other one look bad, or make the other one feel like you guys could both be at fault, right? But you won't back down from like, well, you have the majority of the fault compared to me. It just feels like that, where you guys just, no, you don't want to look better than each other. You just don't. You might look at the details so much that you might just be petty over that. Like you guys are not looking at the big picture, or maybe you're trying to look at the big picture now. But if you guys go back to opening up that conversation, you guys would just be micro aggressive, right? In a way where you guys would just like try to dissect every detail about conversations and stuff and such, or arguments or actions and scenarios that you guys disagreed on, and that's just going to be a whole different issue. So for this pile, this is definitely no. I think you both are trying to dismiss that and walk away from that, specifically this person for sure. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's why they will not be calling back. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share if you enjoyed this reading. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. So bye, everybody.